the frame rate in this section drops so heavily, and it is quite crazy like how intense that gets. It's so heavy on the graphic card, like it's dropping. Look at that, it's dropping frames so much. This to me is purely because of poor optimization. I get it, like there's a lot going on in the scene, lots of particles flying around, and you're in a moving vehicle, so there's a moving background, there's a lot of shit's going down here, but you can't see what's going on here right now. This was okay when they showed it off because it's still a game in working development, and I hope they fix that as well. Right, I'm assuming this is running on high-end PC, or maybe it's running on the console, I don't know. Even if it's running on the console, clearly if this is happening, that means it's still not optimized for the console. If it's running on a PC, they wouldn't be running this on a mid PC, they will be running this on a high-end PC, and if they're still getting this kind of performance, that's questionable, right? So again, my point is it comes down to how well optimized the game is. We have seen that are games that are much bigger than these achieve smooth performance through really good optimization. So I really hope that IO Interactive actually work on it a little bit more and hopefully get it down to a point where the game scales a little better with the PC specs. I mean, I'm not comparing this to Where Winds Meet, a huge game, by the way. It's a free-to-play game though, so there are still issues with the game. I'm not saying it's perfect, but they have managed to get a game like that, even though it's free-to-play. You know that it's a massive game. It scales down to a mobile phone and it runs pretty well on it. I have tried it on my iPhone and it runs pretty well on my iPhone, and it's running really well on my PC. It comes down to optimization. So if you haven't done that, you're gonna have to request players to have this kind of bizarre PC specs. So I hope by the time the game actually releases that they have managed to work on it a little bit more. Those recommended specs are just recommended, and the game will run quite smoothly even below that. That's my hope. Let's see. What do you think? Let me know.